Thank you for staying with us. The influence of separatists and Jamaat leaders is seen in Jammu and Kashmir as far as the electoral process is concerned. Some trying to influence, some others trying to participate. Engineer Rashid's victory in the recently concluded Lok Sabha elections is seen as a major morale booster for these separatists. Now, most of the senior separatists are either lodged in different jails across the country or are in house arrest, but that has not left the others who are trying to make their participation felt in this electoral process. According to sources within intelligence agencies, we're now given to understand that these separatists want to play a role in the upcoming elections. Several former leaders of banned Jamaat-e-Islami have filed their nominations as well. Jailed separatist leader Sarjan Barkati had filed his nomination paper through his daughter, but that has now been denied. The Election Commission said that there wasn't an oath certificate, that they failed to produce that, which is why his nomination to the upcoming assembly elections in Jammu and Kashmir has now been denied. But there are several others that want to be a part of the electoral process. Ishan, my colleague, now joining us, getting us more details. Ishan, it's interesting, from once calling for a boycott of elections to now being a part of it. Even the separatists perhaps have realized that it is democracy that wins in the end. They have to decide what to do with it.
Well, that's why you hear now Jamaat-e-Islami former members who are contesting, and also those who have been part of anti-India propaganda, stating that they want to use democracy as a platform to address the grievances and the issues faced by Jammu and Kashmir. You have a number of leaders from Jamaat saying that they also want to contest if their ban is revoked by the MHA. In that regard, the talks are on, but it hasn't been done yet. But that is why you're seeing that Jamaat independently contesting and telling their cadre to come out, vote, and now also telling them to contest these elections. Apart from that, you also have seen that how Engineer Rashid won. When Engineer Rashid won, it was clearly by the analysts and the agencies indicated that all that vote which used to, be of a separatist mindset, that has transformed and that has now gone towards leaders like Engineer Rashid. And since there's a participation from them now, you heard Sarjan Barkati's daughter also filing. He's under custody in a terror funding case. His daughter also filing a nomination for his father, but that gotten rejected because of deficiency in the papers. But having said that, this tells you the picture that how things have changed on the ground, and that is also leading and resulting in all these groups who have been instrumental in pro-Pakistan and anti-India, propaganda in Jammu and Kashmir, have now started to turn, and they are trying to participate in a democratic process and are ready to move with time. And, you have seen that how they were, held, arrested and detained in several jails. There were several cases and raids carried out by the NIA. Even one of those, candidates from Kulgam, he has been raided by the NIA in the past in a terror funding case, but now he's choosing to fight democratically, asking people to vote for him so that he can take issues forward.
Right.
And that is why, this larger image of the change is visible on the ground, where now Jamaat-e-Islami, separatists, or those who have been anti-India are coming out and contesting and nominating themselves for the J&K Assembly election.
Interesting developments, to say the least. For the moment, Ishan, thank you so much for getting us the latest. Moving on now, it's poll season in Maharashtra. The Shivaji statue collapse has emerged as a focal point. The 35-foot statue of the revered 17th century warrior king was unveiled by the Prime Minister barely 9 months ago in Sindhudurg, but that collapsed not too long ago on the 26th of August. This is only added to the embarrassment for the state government in election year. The opposition went hammer and tongs against the government. Its ally, the NCP-led Ajit Pawar, staged protests against the state to condemn the collapse of the statue. The opposition has accused the ruling government of corruption in the matter of the statue construction, demanded the resignation of the chief minister. But today, the Prime Minister seems to have turned the tables on the opposition. He apologized for the collapse. He says, I know that Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj is nothing short of a deity for many in this state, and to all of them, I apologize. The Prime Minister then also took a swipe at the opposition for insulting and abusing another son of the soil, Veer Savarkar. With the Prime Minister's apology and the Savarkar analogy, will the opposition's attack be blunted in election season? We'll find out, but first, listen to the Prime Minister.
मेरे सभी साथियों के लिए छत्रपति शिवाजी महाराज ये सिर्फ नाम नहीं है। हमारे लिए छत्रपति शिवाजी महाराज ये सिर्फ राजा महाराजा राजपुरुष मात्र नहीं है, हमारे लिए छत्रपति शिवाजी महाराज आराध्य देव है। और मैं आज सर झुका करके मेरे आराध्य देव छत्रपति शिवाजी महाराज की उनके चरणों में मस्तक रख के माफी मांगता हूं। हम वो लोग नहीं हैं जो आए दिन भारत मां के महान सपूत इसी धरती के लाल वीर सावरकर को अनाप शनाप गालियां देते रहते हैं, अपमानित करते रहते हैं, देशभक्तों की भावनाओं को कुचलते हैं। वीर सावरकर को गालियां देने के बावजूद भी माफी मांगने को जो तैयार नहीं है।
Is this going to be an election game changer? Is this going to be an issue at all that is on the minds of the voters? Let's find out. Spokesperson of the BJP, Shweta Shalini, joins us. Clyde Trasto, spokesperson of NCP Sharad Pawar faction. Sajid Supariwala, leader of the UBT faction, will be joining us shortly, and Kailash Adhikari, political analyst, with us as well. But let me begin by asking Clyde Trasto, what do you make of this apology that came to the fore from the Prime Minister today?
Well, it's the Honorable Prime Minister of our country, and he's made an apology. I mean, you cannot say much against him, because at the end of the day, he's my Prime Minister too. But what I would have expected the Honorable Prime Minister to do also was, besides apologizing for what has happened in Maharashtra and Malvan, he should have also said that he's going to constitute an SIT probably, or a formal inquiry which will get into the depths why an inexperienced builder of a statue was given this work. Because there are reports that, you know, this builder is close to someone from the Eknath Shinde group also. So I think he should have gone ahead and said that we will do a complete inquiry into the whole thing. We'll come to the, you know, root of the problem and why this whole thing has happened. Because, you know, as an opposition, we've raised a question. Okay, you know, we are in a democracy, we are an opposition, we have the right to raise questions.
Sure.
And if there is some kind of a corruption there, I'm sure you should have at least expressed something, saying that, you know, we'll go to the deep of this whole rot and figure out why this thing happened. Because the statue is right in front of all of us to see how it was built. You know, tin sheets, there were like iron rods just supporting it. There was absolutely malpractice in the construction of this statue. And we all, for us, Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj is like God, he's a deity. And to, you know, his statue collapsing like this, and then figuring out, you know, this kind of material was used, I think the Honorable Prime Minister should have gone ahead and said, we will get to the root of the whole thing. If there is a corruption, we will bring it out in the open and we'll tell the people of Maharashtra what happened. But unfortunately, he only said sorry. I mean, like I said, he's the Prime Minister, he said sorry. And I think the whole of BJP and everybody, their whole Mahayuti alliance should keep saying sorry. Because in the beginning, first they blamed the Navy, then they came, they're saying we are nationalists, so we don't blame the Navy. All three of the leaders, the Chief Minister, the Deputy Chief Minister, both of them, all three had different things to say. And then the Prime Minister comes and says this. So I think at the end of the day, you know, they're trying to fool the people of Maharashtra, but the people of Maharashtra cannot be fooled. They've taught them a lesson in the Lok Sabha. I think, you know, this is all playing to the galleries for the election. In the coming election of the Vidhan Sabha, again the people of Maharashtra will give them a befitting reply and teach them a lesson.
Shweta Shalini, the opposition says, great that apology has come to the fore. We welcome that. But this is not going to impact anything come election season, and election season is not very far away in the state.
Well, my dear friend Clyde is usually well informed, and I appreciate him occasionally for this. But today he is quite ill informed. Yes, you know, our sanskar, our value system is what the statement like Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi did. This is what he was supposed to do. And I don't know if Clyde understands this, but the Chief Minister, the Deputy Chief Ministers have all folded their hands and apologized. We are not one of those people who will go ahead and say, oh, because it was the responsibility of the Navy, we will go ahead and point fingers between us. But nonetheless, from what Clyde also does not say here is that a joint technical committee was set up between the Navy, because it was their responsibility to build the statue, and the state government, the PWD, and so on and so forth. An FIR has been registered already, in which culpable homicide has been registered against the structural engineer. and the structural architect. The structural architect from Kolhapur called Chetan Patil has also been arrested. And very soon, the other designer, Jaideep Apte, is also going to be behind bars. So we understand the gravity of the situation, and that is one of the reasons why you saw what and you heard what you heard from the Prime Minister today. Having said that, I would also want to point out that there was a Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj statue that was brought down in Karnataka through a JCB. But having said this, we have never heard Rahul Gandhi apologize or any congressman apologize. And I'm extremely proud of my own leader, my own party, because my sanskar and our sanskar teaches this, and that's exactly what we have followed. I'm extremely proud of it.
Sajid Supariwala, I see your hand going up. You're clearly not convinced with what the BJP
Poonam,
has...
just need 10 seconds to reply.
Sure.
Poonam, just 10 seconds to
Sure.
reply.
Quick rebuttal.
Yeah. See, there's no doubt about the fact that Shweta is my friend. And usually when I speak to Shweta, she listens to me very intently. But unfortunately today she was not paying attention to what I said. I am saying that the Honorable Prime Minister should himself had said that we will get into the root of this cause. If there is a corruption, we'll bring it out in the open.
But
that's
we are
what was
already
expected
getting
from the
to
Honorable
root
Prime
of
Minister.
That's
The Chief
what,
Minister.
the Joint Technical Committee is all about,
But what is the harm?
Why do you think?
No, in that case,
what is more important than
no,
the
in that
apology?
case, in
What
that
is more
case,
important than the
no,
apology?
1 minute. In
What
that
is more
case,
important than
listen,
the
I didn't
apology?
interject
What
when
is
you were
more
talking. I was
important
listening to you
than saying
patiently.
that my
So
value
have the
system,
decency to
my
be quiet.
tradition,
Okay.
I didn't interject when you were
Okay,
talking.
Shweta Shalini, let him
I will
finish.
keep
I'll give you
talking
your
when you're
time to
talking.
rebut.
I
Okay,
will
let's not
keep talking when
speak
you're
over
talking.
each
If you
other.
interject
Let's
me,
not speak over
I'll
each other.
come in
Shweta
between.
Shalini, let him finish. I'll come back to you for your
Yeah,
rebuttal.
so don't speak over me. Let me
Clyde
finish.
Prasto, yes, go ahead.
Let me finish.
Yes.
If you're saying that the Chief Minister and the Deputy Chief Ministers have already spoken about and said sorry, then why did the Prime Minister say sorry? Then there was no need to say sorry. Therefore, I'm saying if the Chief Minister and the Deputy Chief Minister said that we are going to the root of this cause, in the same manner, even the Prime Minister should have said it because he's supreme. He's supreme leader of yours and he's the Prime Minister of my country. What is the harm if the Prime Minister just said a few sentences like he apologized, like the other people? He should have also said like the other people, we'll go to the root of this problem. If there's a corruption, we'll expose it. Why one measure for one Chief Minister and why one measure for Prime Minister? Sorry. Don't have double standards here.
Sure.
Equal should be given to
Sure.
all. My Prime Minister, because he's my Prime Minister also, and I think
Sure, I
expect
take
him
your
to say
point there that
I
if
will
the
get to
Prime
the root of
Minister
this
felt the
problem.
need to apologize, he should have felt the need to make other statements publicly as well. Sajid Supariwala, I wanted to ask you this question. The Prime Minister today spoke of not just Shivaji Maharaj, he also spoke of Veer Savarkar, another son of soil of Maharashtra, who has often been criticized, often been slandered, asked about why he apologized to the British, all of which has been done by Congress leaders time and again.
Thank you for letting me speak about this. This is a very sensitive moment and a very sensitive issue about Sri Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj statue, which was built in such an inferior manner. And now just apologizing for the same will not really damage control it, because I'll tell you one reason. To controlling the damage of the PM Modi, our PM should take the responsibility of sacking those people who were even involved in some kind of activity of making the statue. Now, first they were blaming the Navy. They started blaming other people. The contractors was of theirs itself. I mean, why shouldn't they not only do the FIR but ban him from making or giving them any other contracts for at least 5 to 10 years? And secondly, the officials involved in that, the leaders involved in that should be sacked from their post. Secondly, even that will not control the damage which has caused the hurt, the emotions. Maharashtra, you are the icon of Maharashtra, the real Chhatrapati of Maharashtra. In fact, all the people are hurt, be it from whichever caste, community, creed, or whichever parties. We should all be ashamed of what has happened today, that what kind of material was used, and then they are blaming the Navy just by saying sorry. Do you think the damage which has been caused, the hurt which has been caused to the people of Maharashtra or people of India itself, would this be justifiable? Is it justified? Is it even justified to just say sorry? and get away with it. Why not take proper actions on the same? And
But
just
those actions
ban the
have been taken is
contractors?
what the BJP was pointing
No,
out.
why don't they?
That
why
assurances
don't
have
they
been made
start-
of a probe.
No,
Certain
why don't they
sections, the
start
most
their
stringent
own-
ones that could have been applied have been applied. And
Also-
SIT is
also-
investigating it. The BJP says that we're
also-
doing all we can.
Also, just a minute ago, I saw Shweta Shalini ji's statement, and now you are asking me the same thing about Veer Savarkar, Shiv Sena, UBT. Uddhav Balasaheb Thackeray has always taken a stand.
No, I'm
Even
asking you
though
because the
we are
Prime
in the-
Minister said it in
we
his
are-
speech.
We are in the. Let me complete what I'm coming to you. What you're saying, Poonam ji. Even though we were always, from a long time, we are in with Congress, with NCP. Our Mahavikas Aghadi is always there. Even Clyde, me and Clyde have been in several debates together, being in Mahavikas Aghadi. Even Clyde is saying I support him and what he's saying. And talking to Veer Savarkar, we have never ever not voiced our opinion, even though we have our political partners, political alliance with us, but we have stood by that stand. Earlier in history also, we have always called a spade a spade. Today, just by apologizing, doesn't do the control damage. I think we should all take the responsibility, and especially PM Modi should sack those people who are even involved in going into contracts with those contractors.
Sure.
And I don't think this is a very shameful moment for the nation. It is really shameful when we are talking about other things, when they are trying to divert attention on other things, when it is coming to Shivaji Maharaj. Why are we going and talking about Veer Savarkar right now? The topic, the emotion, which is the hurt which has been caused to the people of Maharashtra is never ever going to be. We
Sure.
are never going to be satisfied with an apology on the
Sure.
same.
So
We
bringing
need
in
more
Savarkar,
action.
Shweta Shalini is just a diversionary tactic. You're trying to turn the tables on the opposition, but the opposition is not buying it. Quick
No, we
rebuttal
are
before I
just
get in Kailash
reminding-
Adhikari as well.
I'm just, see, there are only two things that I want to tell Sajid ji. One, he just said it that we have never taken a stand on Savarkar. That's exactly what we are saying. You've forgotten your own sanskars because
We have
No,
always
he
stood
said.
by
No,
it.
he said. No,
We
he
have
said
always
they've
stood
stood
by
by.
it.
They've stood
Savarkar
by
ji
Savarkar.
is-
Our
Despite
side
being
already
alliance
said
partners
that
with
we
Congress,
don't
he said that
want
we
to
stood
be
by
no-
Veer Savarkar.
Anybody
That's what he said.
telling Veer Savarkar is giving him the respect will not be acceptable.
they
We
are
had
sitting
you
with
can
an
check
alliance who has
you
gone
can
to
check
court
messages.
against
You can go back
Savarkar,
and check the
has
messages, Shweta ji.
raised the
You
voice
will find
against
out that we
anybody.
have called a
Now,
spade a spade.
Sajid, please
Veer
don't speak over
Savarkar
me.
has always
Uh,
been
uh,
Veer
Sajid Supariwala, let
Please don't-
Sajid Supariwala, let her
me
finish,
my
please.
point.
I'll give you your time to
Let me
rebut.
finish my point.
Let her finish, please.
See, it's very clear. It's very clear. Has his leader, it's a simple question, has his leader stood up and apologized on the fact that he sits with an alliance who speaks
Whose leader?
negatively about Savarkar ji,
leader never
who's
said
gone to
anything
court
against-
against Savarkar ji?
My
Has
leader
he
has never
opened his mouth or has he
never ever
apologized to
said
the people of
against
Maharashtra?
anything. In fact, you may continue.
It's not
Then I will
about
reply to it.
saying. It is not. It is about we have owned up. We have now apologized, and we have also said very clearly that we
Only
are going to
apologize
make a statue
Only
as soon
apology
as
is enough?
possible. Chhatrapati
Again, you
Shivaji
make
Maharaj
correction.
is
Now
Daivat
70
to us.
crores more
He's
to go
a
into making a
deity.
statue
And
of
that's
him.
exactly what the Honorable Prime Minister said today.
Shweta ji, now
The
again 70
arguments are
crores will go
extremely
in
shallow.
making another statue.
Extremely shallow because
Leave it to us.
why he
Leave
brought
it
in
to us. Leave
Savarkar is
Maharashtra to
because
us.
you
We
have
will do
not
it.
today. You have
You don't
not
need to bother
spoken
about
at
it.
all. You have not apologized. You need to, if you follow the
What
ideology
apology are you
that
talking about?
Bala Saheb
What
actually
apology are you
stood
talking
for in
about?
Maharashtra,
We
why
know
are
we
you
have not
sitting
done
today
anything to
with people who
apologize.
go
My
against?
Sahib has already called a spade. He's always been in the favor
So
of
why
Veer Savarkar
don't you
only.
go ahead and say
What-
that your alliance
what are you
partners are
talking
against
about, Shweta ji?
Savarkar?
What are you talking about?
Haven't your alliance partners, Congress,
the
gone to
situation
court
at hand. Are you
against
not really
Savarkar?
ashamed that Chhatrapati
We have
Shivaji's
we have
Maharaj statue
apologized. We
has
have
fallen down?
apologized. We have
Just
a joint
apology will not-
joint technical
just
committee
apology will not do
investigating
anything.
the case. There is
We
an
are not
alliance
happy with
case
the
and there is a
apology.
new
We
statue which
need
is
more
coming
action.
up.
We are not happy with the
Okay.
apology. We need
We
more
are
action
already
on
saying
that.
that we are going to blacklist
It is a statue which
those
has been.
people.
Why have you?
Okay,
why
sure.
have
So
you
an
Maybe
apology,
needs
sure.
to be
Okay,
done.
Sajid Supariwala and Shweta Shalini, an
Sorry.
apology is not enough. Bringing in the Savarkar analogy was also not warranted, is the allegation of the opposition. But Kailash Adhikari, I want to bring you in and thank you for your patience that you've been listening to what's been transpiring. But as far as Maharashtra elections go, is this something that we would see the voters vote on? Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj is an emotive issue. Is it also an elective issue?
Poonam, firstly, definitely what you said is right, that Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj and any issue related to him is an emotive issue in Maharashtra. I, being from Bombay, being from the land of Maharashtra, Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj is a deity for all of us, irrespective of what caste or creed or religion we follow, being Maharashtrians, firstly. Secondly, today, Honorable Prime Minister, when in Palghar, when he was addressing the gathering, and he apologized to Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj, as a Maharashtrian, my heart was filled with a lot of sentiments, and I have great reverence for my Honorable Prime Minister, and he has truly proved today, time and again he has proved, and today also he has truly proved that he's a Pradhan Sevak, more than a Pradhan Mantri, that he's a Pradhan Sevak. With regards to the, what transpired or what went wrong in creation of the statue and how it felt, naturally a probe is being underway. One Mr. Chetan Patil is also taken into custody. The other person whose name in the FIR, the police is behind him, the agencies are behind him. He'll be taken into custody. The government has time and again assured that the probe will be investigated and those who are responsible for it will be behind bars. Nowhere the government is trying to shield the corporator or the person to whom the contract was being given. The government is fully transparent on it. No one is shying away from what has happened. What has happened is truly unfortunate. And today, when the Honorable Prime Minister has spoken about has openly in public given an apology, then I think the matter is put to rest. How does it play out into the election, which is like about 2.5 months away from where we are standing right now, is an issue that we'll have to see. But the Honorable Prime Minister's apology, has really struck a chord with the people of Maharashtra.
Struck a chord, says the BJP, and not really making a difference, says the opposition. But like Rastro, I saw your hand going up there. And speaking of elections in Maharashtra, we're seeing the kind of impact the divisions in the NCP and the Shiv Sena has had on the Lok Sabha elections. Is that something that will have a bearing on the state elections as well? Because the Mahavikas Aghadi is completely confident this is their election to win.
Absolutely, it will have a greater impact, I think, because again the issues are local and the people have realized that the Mahayuti is not the kind of people that they want them to serve themselves. Okay, the point here is in the Lok Sabha elections, the people of Maharashtra proved and showed to the whole of the country who the real NCP is, NCP led by Mr. Sharad Chandra Pawar, and who the real Shiv Sena is led by Mr. Uddhav Balasaheb Thackeray. And I'm talking after seeing the voting percentage, I'm talking after seeing the seat numbers, not just that I'm making up something. So the people of Maharashtra, and at the end of the day, elections are about the people of Maharashtra and people of India. So the voters will decide who the real people are, who's going to serve them. So I think all these apology and everything, after everything has happened, is not going to cut any ice, it's not going to work for them. Time to come, see what is happening right now, it has impacted so much, this whole statue fall, the not being able to give proper answers. They had to ask the Honorable Prime Minister to come to Maharashtra and say sorry. That's what has happened. But the people have understood, times to come. I mean, you can say that, oh, I'm speaking too soon. Earlier also during election in May, they said we spoke too soon, but the people of Maharashtra proved and they gave us the votes. In times to come in the future, now when the Vidhan Sabha elections are going to be held soon now, again they'll vote for us and the Mahavikas Aghadi will do extremely well. That is for you and me to see as time comes.
Shweta Shalini, last 30 seconds.
See,
the Lok
people
Sabha
of
elections didn't
Maharashtra
really fare well
understand-
for the NDA. Can you turn those fortunes around, and is this apology enough to do that?
See, people of Maharashtra understand genuinity. And trust me, they appreciate tradition and values. What we have shown today, what our leader has shown today, is true value, tradition,
Mr. Pariwala,
and culture.
Mr. Pariwala, I'll come to you. Let her
And
finish,
trust
please.
me on this, people appreciate this, and I'm sure it is Clyde and Sajid, my friend, are going to be in for a big surprise from Maharashtra. All the best to them.
Oh, wow.
Sajid
Let us
Supariwala,
see.
big surprise or no?
Yeah, now I'll tell you. Whatever little bit emotions were there.
Can I just say one? Sajid,
Can I
Sajid, just one
complete?
question.
Can I
Sajid,
complete, please?
Sajid.
Please, can I complete? Please, can I complete?
Yeah,
what I want to
Sajid
say? Let me
Supariwala complete.
Let
Clyde,
me
I'll come back to you.
Let
Clyde,
me
I'll come to you.
Clyde, just give me a moment. First of all, people have shown them their place when they were talking about 400 par. They were almost gone 30 par. Today, people have shown them their place. People have known their real personalities have come out. How BJP and the Gaddar people who have gone with the BJP have performed in the Lok Sabha. This shows, and in the Vidhan Sabha, they will be wiped out of the Maharashtra, totally wiped out. You have seen the Marathi votes, as your
Sure.
own statistics are showing 39%, and for Shiv Sena itself. So that means now this is going to be 70% because
Sure.
by using
So the
inferior
opposition believes
material
they can
for
consolidate and
Chhatrapati
keep the
Shivaji
momentum
Maharaj.
going. Last 10 seconds, Clyde.
Okay, so my point is very simple. Shweta kept saying that tradition, culture. My question is simple. Does that mean that you're comparing Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj, who's our god, to Savarkar? Are you putting them both on the same pedestal, same thought? Answer this question. Go to the people of Maharashtra and say that Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj
Clyde,
and
Clyde,
Savarkar
who
ji
compared-
are the same
who compared
same
the two?
standard.
Who
No,
compared
no,
the
no.
two?
Answer my
We
question.
compared-
Answer my
we
question.
compared
Are you
Prime
keeping them on the
Minister
same
compared
pedestal? And
the
if you
Sardar
are,
of
then it is
Bharatiya Janata
absolutely
Party
wrong.
Okay.
You
and
cannot
its
keep Chhatrapati
leader,
Shivaji
Sardar
Maharaj
of
and
Bharatiya.
Savarkar on the same
Okay,
pedestal.
clearly
It's
an
absolutely
emotive issue,
wrong.
an issue
I
that
don't
is not
accept
going to
it.
die down ahead of elections either. Savarkar has often come up as far as election campaigning is concerned. Now that the Prime Minister has brought it once again, perhaps we're going to see it as far as Maharashtra and the election campaigning is concerned from both sides. We'll keep an eye out on that, but I'm completely out of time. I thank you all for joining us here on this broadcast and sharing your perspective. It's a wrap from my side here on The Right Stand. Thank you so much for tuning in.